Hey folks, Nitno here. Today we're taking a look at the brand new 1.13 update. I'll be going over all the major topics and providing you with everything you need to know. This update will bring some new items into the mix, as well as some interesting changes to Infected, including new types of zombies. The loot economy gets tweaked, and a big adjustment is coming to the armored plate carrier. Let's hop into the changes. First up, we're getting the iconic M16-A2 rifle added to DayZ. This weapon will take 5.56 by 4.5 and feature a burst fire mode. I feel like a lot of other PC games don't really get the burst fire mode right, but this actually feels promising and it might be something I might actually use. This weapon can take a silencer, bayonet, a new 60 round mag, and a ghillie wrap. We are also getting a brand new 6x scope that comes with a built-in Baraka reflex sight so you can switch between them. This scope is sure to be a new favorite for medium and long range encounters. It just feels right switching between that 6x and reflex sight. The KA-74 will now have a new 45 round magazine. There is also a new 60 round standardized magazine for the M4 and M16. Bayonets can now be used to perform stealth backstab attacks to one-shot zombies. We will also be getting a new crude machete, as well as an oriental machete. Going over some changes to the damage system, the unconscious state is now tied to the caliber of the bullet causing the damage. Therefore, getting knocked out by, for example, a .45 ACP SMG ammo will have a quicker recovery time than getting knocked out by something bigger like a 7.62 by 5.4 sniper rifle round. Armored vests no longer offer protection to the arms, but the shoulders are included in the protection and considered part of the torso, as well as your hips. To reiterate this, your shoulders and hips are now protected by the vest. The shock damage taken from getting shot in the arms and legs has also been reduced, making the arms and legs more resilient to shock. This is to help reduce the effectiveness of the so-called leg meta of intentionally shooting players in the legs to force a knockout. You're going to be a little bit more resilient now, you're not going to get knocked out as easily. Taking a look at changes to medical items, we now have a chance for unclean rags to cause you to get an infection. Keeping rags clean will be very important, so hold on to ways to clean your rags, such as iodine tinctures, disinfectant alcohol, or disinfectant spray. We will also be getting a new disinfected status. This will help you confirm that your rags have been cleaned. You will now have an audible sound when your character is starving. Influenza now has a fever symptom added to it. As usual, this illness can be spread to other players just by being near them and coughing. Using a face mask can help protect you from airborne infections, and tetracycline pills will help you fight the infection. Also now when you do get hit by a punch, you'll see a radio blur, whether it be from a zombie or another player. Let's take a look at some of the exciting zombie changes. This one many of you might be really happy about. You can now block all infected attacks. Previously, in the most recent patch, their two-handed power attack could not be blocked. We can now once again block everything. This could change, but as of now, that's where it's at. A new feature I'm really excited about now is there are new types of zombies that are clearly defined and will have a distinct chance to have certain loot. We are getting a heavy soldier, military officer, heavy police, and what's called a runner. The special zombies will scream louder than normal zombies and aggro other nearby zombies more easily. This can create a cascading effect if there's a couple of these heavy soldiers around and they're all screaming. It's going to pull in all the zombies nearby and you're going to have a really bad time. Alright, I'm going to fire off a bunch of stats and percentages at you right now. Infected health points have been rebalanced around the tier and category of zombies. Here we have a couple examples of the health statuses. Low tier civilian zombies that you'll find walking around small towns have had their health reduced by 15%. Runners lowered by 50%. And soldiers increased by 15%. Now, infected types will also have different attack damage and different chances to cause bleeds. Across the board though, they have reduced infected melee attack speed by 25%. Low tier and runners deal lower damage with a lower bleeding chance. What's classified as regular civilian zombies deal medium damage with a medium bleed chance. And then we have higher tier zombies, which are firefighters, police, and soldiers. They will deal the highest damage with a higher chance for causing bleeds. We've got some other notable zombie changes that I'm just going to fire off. There is a reduced head melee armor for the infected by 40%, therefore a good headshot will go a long way. There is an increased noise dampening to reduce the hearing abilities of infected through obstacles, meaning walking behind walls and cover will now properly reduce the chance a zombie will hear you. Also, the range at which zombies will call for help and alert nearby zombies has also been reduced, aside from, again, those military officers that can scream really loud, and they will have a greater ability to call other zombies to swarm you. The range zombies can hear gunshots has been reduced. Crouch sprinting is now at a good place between crouch walking and upright jogging. So crouch sprinting is louder than the quietest crouch walk, but still more quiet than upright jogging. Soldier zombies are now easier to sneak up on and have had their awareness reduced by 20%. Stealth attacks therefore will be a little bit better. Infected are also now attracted by smoke grenades, flares, and fireplaces at nighttime. So that means at nighttime, you could throw a flare in the distance, all the zombies will run to the flare, and you can just head in the other direction. A little kind of diversion tactic there. Let's take a look at the loot economy changes. Something that all of you might want to know is what is going on with plate carriers this patch. As of right now, they only spawn on the infected zombie type heavy soldier. They will also only spawn in a damaged state. Therefore, it will be imperative to headshot the infected heavy soldier, so that way you don't further ruin the vest. You will also want to have a leather sewing kit to repair the plate carrier as much as possible. This is a big change to the plate carrier meta, making them more rare and often less effective. In theory, there will be more damaged and worn plate carriers than pristine plate carriers in the economy. I don't want to say there won't be any pristine plate carriers at all to be found. They might just be very rare, and the most common place will be to find them on those heavy soldiers. Another small change, but it is effective to how we play, is armor vests will now take up more inventory space. This is a problem that not many of us might have had to run into, but some players apparently have been carrying multiple armor vests in their backpack, and then when they take a little damage to one armored vest, they switch to their pristine armored vest in their backpack. So this is kind of a way to help reduce that. They make the armored vest bigger in your backpack now. It takes up more space, so you can't hold as many armored vests in your backpack now. Small change, but it is going to affect how some people play. Moving on, weapons that spawn with magazines will now be guaranteed to have at least one bullet in the mag. Also, assault rifles spawn with only basic attachments now, meaning to fully kit out an item such as an M4, you will have to find the best parts, such as upgraded foregrips and upgraded buttstocks, to truly have a best-in-slot gun. The loot economy will also spawn at 25% less vehicle parts. This may make starting a vehicle even more difficult. We will see how this plays out. That could easily get tweaked. There is a change to matches, and they cannot be used while wet. Keep your matches dry with an item such as a dry bag. Saws will now last longer before breaking. This is a nice quality of life change to those of you that are trying to build bases. Alright, that covers the majority of important changes. I will post the full patch notes in the description if you'd like to take a look at them yourself. I'll be doing further testing on the experimental server in the coming days to weeks, and it is likely that I'll be putting out more videos taking a deeper look at each subject. Stay tuned for more 1.13 update videos. If you found this video helpful in any way, please consider subscribing to the channel and dropping a like. As always, have fun in DayZ, take it easy, Peace.